Hey manly beards and garden shears! Real quick, just to clear the air, when I talk about building a wall in this study, I'm not making a political statement, people. Don't you put words in my mouth like that. Hey everybody, my name is John and welcome to ADITW, A Day in the Word, the internet's favorite Bible study. Nehemiah chapter 2. Today we continue our study, and we find Nehemiah having just finished his prayer, and he goes back to work for the king one day. You know what? I'll just let the scripture tell it. Let's read Nehemiah chapter 2, verses 1 through 8. So last week, we introduced Nehemiah as being the king's cupbearer. Now, of course, this sounds like a very lowly position, but actually it was one of great importance. In ancient days, one of the most common ways to assassinate a king was to poison the cup that they would drink from. And so each king would hire a cup bearer. This was the servant who was supposed to drink the wine first before the king did, just to make sure there was no poison in the cup. Nehemiah was a boss, people. He's putting his life on the line daily. And based on how often in those days kings and rulers were partying and feasting, it's safe to assume that Nehemiah spent a lot of time with King Artaxerxes. In fact, we can be almost certain that these two guys were pretty good bros, because without Nehemiah saying a word, without him even acting differently, the king just seems to know that something is wrong. You know how your mom can just tell when something's on your mind? And I don't know about you, but my mom can usually tell exactly what it is too, even if I don't tell her. She's a witch. No, she raised me and I owe her everything. The king can tell that something is wrong with his cupbearer. And when Nehemiah opens up and tells this ruler about the walls in Jerusalem, the king lets him go on this journey rather readily. Now, I want to ask you one question. If Nehemiah was bad at his job, if he was constantly showing up late or talking out of turn, do you think that the king would have allowed him to leave and take several months off to go and do a construction project? No. The king's willingness to let him go and do this shows not only that the king trusts his cupbearer, but that Nehemiah has been both faithful and excellent in his service to the king. And this, of course, is huge, because I have to imagine that there's at least a few of us out there who perhaps are feeling God call us to do something, but we're having trouble getting permission from our parents to go on that mission trip. We have this vision for a new initiative that we want to launch in our youth group, but we just can't get our pastor to take it seriously. The question that we need to ask ourselves in these situations is, what is my track record? Have I been faithful and diligent enough in my current position to gain an ear or to gain the trust of those in authority? Colossians 3:17 says, "And whatever you do, in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus." Maybe you're not super excited about where you're at right now. Maybe it doesn't feel as though God has called you into this season specifically. But the Bible tells us that whatever we do, we should do it all in the name of Jesus, which means with love, humility, servanthood, and excellence. And one of the many reasons I believe the Bible gives this instruction to be excellent in everything we do is so that when God finally does call us to something, there is nothing holding us back from answering that call. We don't have to worry about not being in the right place or not having enough resources. When God calls us to rebuild the wall, we can begin to leverage our connections and our influence that we have carefully cultivated over years of excellent service. So maybe today you feel as though God is calling you to do something big for His kingdom, like rebuild the walls. but you've been running into some roadblocks along the way. And if that's you, then I believe that God's message to you today through this scripture is that sometimes you need to bear the cup before you build the wall. If you want to serve God in big ways, start by serving Him in small ways. Start by being faithful with the little opportunities that He has given you in this season. And when the time finally does come, I believe that your reputation for excellence will precede you, and you will begin to leverage your influence for God's glory. Hello, my friends. Thank you for watching another episode of ADITW. I hope that you are enjoying our study of Nehemiah. It's really fun to dig into an Old Testament story and see that it can really very easily and effectively be applied to our lives today. I wanted to let you know about a new thing that's happening on my Patreon page. For those of you who don't know, this channel is partially supported by you all, the amazing viewers, on Patreon. And I have a new reward, a very exciting new reward that I think especially you all, the audience of ADITW, will really enjoy. This new reward will allow you access to a study guide. After I finish each and every book, I will take the notes that I have cultivated through my study and through making these videos, and I will create a complete PDF study guide, complete with breakdowns of scripture, scriptural readings, written out prayers based on that scripture, and even discussion questions if you want to use them in your small group. That will only be available to you, though, through Patreon. So please click the link down below in the description and check out the Patreon page. And if not, I'll always be creating these videos for free every single time. Don't worry about that. But if you're feeling moved to maybe take the next step or dig a little deeper into these books that we're studying and you want to help out the channel a little bit, check out Patreon. That's all I have for you all. I hope you're having a fantastic week. I love you all. Keep being awesome.